Welcome back to another daily randomizer where this time we're fighting against the rupture strain. And looks like extraction is a bit crowded. Let me just get down my SOS beacon and resupply. Today we're running the Torture and the extra padded armor passive. And unfortunately we start out with the warp pack and the recoilless, and it looks like we're getting a bit overrun. So let's just try to make some distance. I really don't want to get too much chip damage from the biospheres that are digging underground. So let's get our autocannon sentry back there and get our walking barrage down because there is a bug breach already. And I'm trying to get this guy at long range. Torture can't really reach that far. And here, this guy just jumps out. Let's just stim. Maybe when the walking barrage pushes forward more a bit, I could go back into extraction to get a resupply because I'm already out of stims. So let's just throw down a few TED dynamites. So if you guys haven't already noticed, I have the grenade pistol, and yeah, and here's a spore charger. The airburst rocket launcher is the free stratagem that High Command gave us. I'm not technically allowed to use it, but I will still use the Hellpod to try to get rid of that guy. I know I can kill him with fire, but that would take a while. Looks like we got him. He got his butt blown off. Try to melee him, we missed. And we see his jump there. That's a little trick you can do when the pouncers are jumping. If you melee them at the right time, they actually won't deal any damage to you. But he looks like he broke our leg and our arm, and our health is really low. So let's try not to die here. Let's keep moving. Don't want to get hit by those arced shots. Looks like resupply is still there. Let me just grab that. Stim. Got some more. Get a warp pack. And I think the warp pack here is really valuable against the rupture strain because their chip damage is really hard to avoid, especially with the biospheres. So one really good trick is just to keep moving. Never stop running, never stop getting out of the way. So looking at the map here, looks like we could go north, maybe go counterclockwise this time. And it looks like there's a large group of bugs there. And let's try to throw a grenade at that direction. It's about 50 meters when you throw it in a 45-degree arc. 4 kills, not bad, but it looks like some bugs are underground. So yeah, so let's warp. Try not to get hit by any of the chip damage. Looks like there's an Alpha Commando there. That grenade pistol shot was to damage him and also try to break the fence, but it looks like we didn't. I had to warp there again, but it looks like it got concussed anyways. The warp pack could warp twice in quick succession without killing you, and you could tell from the color on the back. And sometimes it's more important that you get out of the way of an attack than to risk damage in the orange. Because sometimes you get lit on fire, sometimes your limbs break, but I think that's better than facing the charge of an Alpha Commander, except he still concussed us, unfortunately. And looks like he flinched us, and I exploded myself. That's a bit unfortunate. Looks like our teammates are handling that breach pretty well with the Eagle Napalm. But let's try to land a bit higher up, maybe push back to where we were. And it looks like there's another patrol of bugs in a similar location. Let me try to throw dynamite. That might be a bit far. Let me toss something a bit closer. And this is an ice planet, so lighting the floor on fire wouldn't be as good, I don't think. But we'll have to make do with what we have. And I can't get out of the way of the charger fast enough. He clipped us and completely trampled us. That's a bit sad, but that's just how it is sometimes. And let's see if we can help here. Looks like there's a Bile Titan. Maybe we could get down a recoilless rifle. Let's see if we get a good shot on him. Looking around, looks like there's a patrol coming up from north. Let me just throw a grenade there. The TED dynamites have quite a... the explosion radius of the TED dynamites are actually quite large. Looks like that Hell Bomb might have taken care of that Bile Titan. Yep. And looks like that patrol's still heading in. So let's throw another dynamite. Looks like it's just sliding over the ice. Maybe I have to compensate for that in future tosses. Looks like something's digging. He's still got a hit on me. G2 needs reinforcing. But looks like my team's got them. So another one. At least he came up early so I could torch him. Still quite a few dots behind me. Maybe you get the autocannon sentry a bit farther away to provide some additional support. Reload. And let me toss a grenade pistol there. I can't toss my dynamites because I am out. Good thing you have a recoilless for this digging charger. Looking around, I don't see anything just yet. Actually, looks like the autocannon sentries got that taken care of. So let me just start moving north a bit. Looks like my team is going clockwise to get the power generator. And maybe we can get a shot off on this impaler before he does anything. If that shot hit the hell bomb on the right, that could have been pretty bad. And for stationary reloads like the recoilless, you could actually stand up while you're reloading and quickly reload again and then stand up, and that would make the reload animation go by just a bit faster. Looks like my teammates got the rogue research station, but let's continue back to where we were so that we can get the encrypted hard drive. And I am the host, so I will probably attract more bug breaches. So let's just keep moving ahead here. I don't see any patrols, and especially for these ice planets, you do want to keep an eye out for hell bombs that haven't blown up. And typically I like to throw a thermite on it to give it some extra time, or just shoot it from afar, but with my primary I can't really do it safely, so if I do find a chance to use a hell bomb, I will probably just use my grenade pistol. Let's dive back. Whoa, he got launched quite far. Let me melee him like that. So you try jumping, and like I said before, if we melee him in the air, he cannot get any damage off. I'm trying to reload the recoilless if there's any extra tanks coming up, but that warrior's giving me some trouble. Let me try again here. Stationary reloads are quite scary, especially against the bugs. But good thing the Torchering can take care of them really well, because if I had, let's say, a gun that fires bullets, they could get caught in the corpses of the bugs. And if it's just fire, I could just inflict that entire area. I'm going to throw the autocannon sentry far over there. It's in quite open space. And since they're a bit farther away, I'm going to use my grenade pistol here. There's a big bulge in the ground, which means it's probably a charger. Let's wait for him to come up. Looks like there's a hive guard still here. Let me just torch him real quick. Looks like the charger still hasn't shown up. Looks like he's probably pivoting towards my sentry. Yeah, looks like he destroyed my sentry in the distance. I really hate how these warriors can just pretty much get a guaranteed hit off you. Good thing we have the extra padded passive. Hopefully my teammates brought a vitality enhancer. And we actually only have 2 shots left, so let me just reload my recoilless and grab the warp pack, because the mobility is really helpful. against these rupture strains. So let me just try going around. Actually, we might just have to reuse our recoilless here against that stinky charger. Looks like the Alpha Commander is calling in a full breach. I'm quite alone here, and there's a medium nest here. So let's see what we can do. It's a good shot. I could get another one from here. Maybe I should just start rotating around. Yeah, it looks like he definitely got my autocannon. Unfortunate. So let's just try keeping more distance between us and the bugs. Another thing to do with the melee is stop a Alpha Commando's charge. But just now he got stuck on some wall, so I wasn't able to show you. But it is possible. So let's continue rotating around this medium nest. Maybe set the ground on fire. Looks like it can melt the snow and set the ground on fire. And here, let's see if we get a lucky shot. Nice. And looks like we're out of ammo for our grenade pistol, and we're burning up our canisters quite quickly here as well. I know there are some ammo crates in that area, but it's a bit overrun right now. Maybe if we can kite them away first, we can get a chance to go in. Looks like there's a charger coming after me. And there's another nest here. It's a stalker layer. I guess I could use the airburst rocket launcher hell pod to take care of that. Looks like they got stuck. Let me just torch them real quick. Keep moving. Maybe strafe around them. Just keep trying to apply fire to them and on the ground at the same time. Looks like our walking barrage is coming online again. I'll just toss it back there, let that walk in. And if we could find a good clearing for the autocannon sentry, that would be very helpful as well. Looks like the orbital walking barrage actually finished off the medium nest, which is really good. Try to keep moving, try to not get hit, and I'm trying to conserve my ammo here. Since my recoilless is gone, my grenade pistol's gone, and now I only have half a canister. Just keep torching them. Now, since the walking barrage is ending, I'm considering getting the ammo boxes that I talked about before. And not only is the warp pack really good for repositioning, it's also really good for mobility. Just getting around the map fast. And we're using the last of our ammo here. Yeah, up ahead, maybe? Oh, right here. Okay, let's grab that. Stim. Keep moving. Reload our things. And actually, we could go back up to the stalker layer since we have something to take care of it this time. We have our grenade pistol round. Let's hope no stalkers spawn. I actually heard something there. That might just be the bug hole closing though. Don't want to get hit by them. And this is actually quite infested. I actually think the ice plants are really helpful in these planets, because if you just keep an eye out for them, they won't really do much against you. But the bugs don't seem to care, trampling over them and stunning their entire party. But let's call down the supplies. I don't think I'm being too greedy here. They have 3 people there, and I think I need all the help I could get. Hopefully one of them could come over and we could have 2 parties of 2. And just there, my stamina kind of ran out, so I did have to stim. The warp pack is also very helpful in these blizzards because in ultra heavy armor and in the snow and in the blizzard, I am quite slow. So the warp pack is definitely helping out a lot. Let me just try to stim, grab some supplies. Now we do have our dynamites back. I am going through my dynamites pretty quickly. I feel like 3 is a bit restrictive. Let me just reload here. This is a collect encrypted hard drive. Looks like E4 showed up. That's nice of him. Looks like he has the spear gun. That's pretty helpful with the gas. But yeah, the collect encrypted hard drive, you need to do that with one hand, so I won't be able to use my torture. And this does take a bit, so let's hope we can get this done as soon as possible. I think M3 and G2 are both focusing on the final objective because they already reactivated the power generator. So let's try to get this done as soon as possible and meet up with them. Let's hopefully push them back. And looks like they called in another bug breach. Let me just toss a dynamite in there. If we could get an autocannon sentry somewhere. Actually, I think maybe we can just kite them and torch them as we just keep moving. Toss another dynamite. The melee is actually really useful once you try it out more. Just little tricks you can find, like hitting a pouncer or hitting an alpha commander. This little outpost is getting overrun very quickly. Hopefully there's another resupply here I can grab. It would be nice to fill up on my stims. Let me see, where are they? It's in the fire. Looks like the bugs have kind of backed up a bit. The fire has receded a bit. You can grab the resupply. I have to keep diving because these bugs keep getting in my face. Let's just reload here, maybe rotate around. Looks like E4 is in a bit of trouble. He is out of stims. You could tell because his stim icon is blinking instead of just being red. Ouch! And looks like we got completely trampled. Hopefully E4 can call us down before he dies. Yeah, G2 and M3 are just waiting for us at this point. So let's try to get this objective done as soon as possible. Let me just go up to the terminal.
I got the terminal.
We should probably move towards E4 to stim him, but I do want my warp pack. Yeah, the acid from them as well slows you down, so again, with heavy armor in the snow, you're really slow. At least it's not blizzarding. Just stim him. Make sure we're both alive. Looks like he's using the spear gun and the gas to force the charger out of the ground. And the torture is fire, so I can kill the charger, and it takes about 1 entire canister. I'd say that's good enough. It's definitely nice that your primary can take care of a charger. But let me just grab that hard drive. I do have the warp pack, I could probably get there faster. Let me just start making my way towards M3 and G2. There is a small building here. There's possibly super credits in the bunker. It's always nice to check, especially since I'm in a big party. Getting more super credits for everyone would be nice. So let's just warp in. Just medals, not lucky. Oh well. Let's keep moving towards the objective with the hard drive in hand. Hopefully G2 and M3 already held that place pretty well. Oh, M3 has a hot dog and a flamethrower. That's 2 beams of fire. He took care of that charger very fast. Let's see if I can deliver that without trying not to kill myself there. Let's activate this quickly. They've waited too long for us. Impaler. Where's the Impaler? I don't really see him. Let's keep moving, make sure the tentacles don't just stab us out of nowhere. I really hate it when the tentacles stab you and they fling you. So even if you're in really good armor, you would still die from the fall damage. And let's see how much we need to rotate it by. 180. Is M3 on that platform?
Objective located.
Maybe G2's closer. I could resupply here. Actually, I'm just gonna go do it real quick. They called in a bug breach right on top of the objective. I don't really want to go down. It'd be a hassle coming back up because there seems to only be one point of entrance. So let's kind of hide behind this little area. Keep them back with some fire. We do have to swipe on the objective. Looks like M3 is dragging the enemy's attention. Let me just do this quickly. After it's done loading, I still need to do one more really long string of inputs on the terminal. So let's try to kill these bugs by then. There's 2 chargers up here. I do wish I had my recoilless, but I feel like the warp pack would serve us better in this situation. And a spore charger has also spawned. And an eagle napalm. Okay, he docked me off. That's fine. Just have to go back up there. Just throw a grenade before anyone gets close, because that does have quite a big of an explosion radius. So we can probably go back up the ramp here and finish up the objective. And somebody called in a 120 barrage, and with the recent changes, the recent buffs to it, it got the augmentation of the EMS strikes. This is definitely slowing the breach down. And let's just run all the way back to extraction.
2,000 years later.
Let's get down our equipment in case anyone wants it, or in case I need it. The airburst seems to be only used by one of our teammates, and it got him killed a few times already. Let's try to torch him before he destroys our sentry. Looks like we missed our melee there. Took some chip damage. Do have some good armor, and I did have to warp there. It was a risky warp because I was on orange, but I think that's better than getting hit by 2 alpha commanders. He called in a bug breach right at extraction. Looks like those big ribs actually stopped the charger from hitting us. Hopefully somebody could throw down a red stratagem on the breach. I'll toss a grenade in there, help a bit. Just try to keep applying some fire, pushing them back. Whoa, another airburst shot. Let's stay away from the gas strike. And a bile tine has showed up. I could send a walking barrage into it. Hopefully none of my teammates get in the way of it. Let's just try to stay mobile. I unfortunately already called down my recoilless at extraction. Hopefully someone else can take care of that bile tine for us. Looks like the breach has quieted down. Walking barrage is still walking. I don't know what that second Looks like it's a 120 with the EMS strikes. That Alpha Commando kind of grazed me there a bit. Ooh, let's all torch this charger. Nice. And we do want to make sure we're not outside of the extraction radius. Do not want to make Pelican go back. Waste more time. Looks like the charger's burrowing, but nothing 4 Helldivers can't handle.
Reloading! Pelican 1 arriving at coordinates. Calling in reinforcements!
I think all things considered, this run went actually really smoothly.
Giving a set.
Back aboard the Prince of Peace, we can check our kill count. 342 kills, not bad. 3 deaths only. That about wraps up today's randomizer challenge. Stay tuned for more uploads. Talk to you then.
Waiting in the sky, he'd like to come and meet us.